Thinking about buying your first home but don't know where to start? Well, join me in today's video series, which is a continuation of my last video where I explain 10 first-time home buyer tips that I personally share with my clients to give them the best possibility of a favorable outcome in their home search and eventual purchase. Welcome back, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mark Baselt. I'm really good at talking, and I'm with Team Powerhouse Realty. And in today's video, I'll be continuing on with our first-time home buyers tips that we started covering last week. So if you find value in this video and would like to support me, and my channel, the easiest and best way to do that is to like this video, subscribe to the channel below, and share something you got out of this video in the comments section. But enough with the fluff, let's get right to it. For those that missed the first video, you can find that by clicking the little pop-up card in the top right corner of your screen, or by following a link that I'll provide in the description of the video below. But I'll just briefly cover a summary of our first 5 tips before we move on to the last 5. So tip number 1 was to pay off all debt and build an emergency fund. Tip number 2, determine how much house you can afford. Tip number 3, save for a down payment. Tip number 4, save for closing costs. And tip number 5 is get pre-approved for a loan. So with that out of the way and our recap complete, let's move on to tip number 6. So tip number 6 is to find a home for sale in your price range. According to data reported by the Canadian Real Estate Association, most buyers either found the home they purchased online, which was about 50%, or through real estate agent, which was about 28%. Doing both of these sets you up for success. Find homes you like online first, and then discuss them with your realtor so that they have a good idea of what you're looking for. Then you can use a multiple listing service, or MLS, to find homes that meet your criteria in your desired areas. An MLS is created, maintained, and paid for by real estate professionals like myself, and it can really help first-time home buyers like you view the largest pool of properties for sale in the marketplace. Real estate agents also provide valuable market expertise and can help you find great deals on homes as soon as or before they're listed. Tip number 7, research neighborhoods for your best fit. After you've found some homes for sale in your price range, be careful not to make a decision based on the property alone. According to a CREA survey, home buyers are more willing to compromise on a home's condition at about 20% and size, which is 17%, than on the quality of its neighborhood, 6%, and the distance from a school, 2%. So make sure you factor neighborhood quality and location into your decision. Ask your realtor for information on crime rates and the quality of schools around your prospective neighborhoods. Calculate your new commute times to see if they seem manageable. Visit the neighborhood at different times and days to check for traffic conditions and noise levels, and to see if people are comfortable just being outdoors. Only choose a neighborhood that you and your family feel good about and that you could see yourself moving into. Tip number 8, attend open houses and think long term. Once you've narrowed down the neighborhoods, attend a few open houses, whether virtually or in person. Looking at homes that are for sale, even if they're not like a perfect fit for you, is still a great way to learn more about the area and to better understand that no home will have every feature that you're hoping for. So by visiting a few, you'll gain a better understanding of just which features are a must-have and which ones you can potentially do without. When you do eventually find a house that you love, you'll know how your place compares, for better or for worse, to homes in that neighborhood. When it comes to buying, a good strategy is to find the most affordable house in the best neighborhood. If you can buy it like the bottom of the price range in a good neighborhood, you'll have way more room to build value in your home. For instance, let's say you find a home that's the only one on the block without wood floors or granite countertops. Well, if you have the cash and you make those upgrades, you're going to be able to add instant value to your home. Tip number 9, make a competitive offer that's within your budget. Let's say you found the home that you want and can afford. Since you're already pre-approved for a loan, you're ready to make an offer. If you're a first-time home buyer, it may be hard to know how much you should offer, but that's where you can rely on the expertise of your real estate agent. Ask your agent to help you make sure your offer is competitive, but also within your budget and the home's value. Be careful not to make an impulsive offer that's higher than you can afford just to knock out the competition. A personalized letter might help your offer stand out among multiple bids in a hot market, and is something that I try to include in all of my offers as well. And last but not least, tip number 10. Prepare for closing. Once a seller accepts your offer, the closing process will begin. Keep things running smoothly by knowing what to expect when you close on a house. The average closing process takes around 43 days, which gives you plenty of time to tackle closing items. A real estate agent will help schedule the remaining steps from home inspection to which notary or lawyer you'll be using, and they'll help keep you informed about any roadblocks that may potentially happen along the way. As you prepare for closing, make sure you read every single document and ask your realtor to explain anything that you don't understand, especially before you sign the official contract for the home transaction. It'll be your signature on the documents, so you'll be the one responsible for anything you sign, so a proper understanding is essential and precisely what we're here to assist you with. So the next question is, are you ready to get started? Your first home is a big purchase, maybe even the biggest one that you'll have ever made up to this point in your life. Because of that, you don't want to risk messing this up. A real estate professional will help take the weight off your shoulders by helping you find a home, negotiate a deal, and see the process through until closing. So that wraps up this first-time homebuyer tips video series. I hope you've learned something and feel better prepared for this big step ahead. If you can think of any additional tips I may not have covered, leave those in the comments down below, and maybe we'll have enough of them to make a part 3 of this video. Until then, take care everyone.